What is up, YouTube boys and girls? Russ Navarro here, Radical Custom Garage. Today I'm just going to go over some tools that I've just recently purchased. Y'all seen the tool grid that I have. I was going to show at the end of this it all organized. I haven't got it finished up the way I like it, so that'll be in another video, but I just kind of want to show you some flashlights and things, stuff that I got from Harbor Freight that I think y'all might be interested. So let's get started. The first thing is the and I put this out on Instagram, but the Icon line has the has the blue and the green. And I've got the black one also, and I believe I've showed you guys that in a couple of videos before. I'm gonna go today possibly purchase the red one if they have it in stock. I just like these lights. They're handy. You got a light on the end. I believe it takes the C-type plug-in charger for them. I'm not real sure on that. I can look, but these are 800 lumens. They just call it a small light bar. You get the charger also with it, charging cord, excuse me. Overall, you know, I collect the lights. I've got the bigger Icon one. This was like 59, something like that, but so far it's been really good. You've got I believe it's three lights in it also. You got the one here and this one, and I don't believe it don't have the end. Well, yes, it does. I'm lying to you. It does have the end one. This one, I believe it's got the separate plug. I think I did a video on this, and you can go back and look, and I kind of got sidetracked, but this one I like a lot because you can hang it, or it's got a magnet on the bottom. You know, the Icon lights and things are fairly decent. I have not had a trouble with it. I have a gentleman at work. He liked it. You know, I'd showed him, and so he went and bought him one. We used it all day yesterday, off and on. So far that I know of, he hasn't had to charge it. That's the other thing I liked about it, is it lasted longer than some of my cheaper ones that I have bought off of Amazon. Some of them, if you're lucky, they'll last 4 hours. In my field, especially in the maintenance field, if we're working on a project or whatever, we'll have the light hanging there for, you know, maybe a couple hours while we're working on it, and then go, you know, shut it off, go take a break, come back, and it comes back on, and we do it again. And then somebody will come over and borrow it, you know, like his the other day, somebody wanted to borrow it real quick. So overall, especially in the industrial maintenance field, these are handy. You could put them in your pouch, you could put them in your toolbox, you can, you know, they're small, they're lightweight, the magnets are strong. I don't think the whole day I've got a cheaper one. I bumped it and we knocked it off. It's just one of them things, you know, when you're hurrying around and wrenching. I think for your money, this is the best way to go, especially in industrial maintenance. And, you know, did I need the blue and the green one? No. Did I want them? Yes, I did. I like the lights. I like the colors. So if you're listening, Harbor Freight, stick with the colors. You might consider doing some of your tools that way also. Color sells. I'm just saying. The next item I have is the Aries, hopefully I pronounced that, wrench set. I've had a lot of different style wrenches. I like wrenches, and I know there's a bunch of wrench whores out there as me. What I liked about these is how thin the body of them are. It's small. It's very lightweight. I don't know much about the Aries brand. They look like they're a quality tool. For this whole thing, and don't quote me on it, it was $39 or $49 for the whole set. I've paid more than that for my one Snap-on ratchet. I paid almost $100 and some for. So, but if you'll see, and I don't know, you know, it's not the best. I believe it's 90 tooth is what it said. I don't know if I can read the box. It's a limited lifetime warranty, just so y'all know. I'm not seeing where it says, yeah, it's 90 tooth. So they're all 90 tooth. You buy it in a set. Once again, I got it off of Amazon. And here's the medium-sized one. I like the coloring. I like the way it fits in my hand. I think it'll be good for wrenching. But overall, I think, you know, if you're a mechanic and you're just wanting to get started out as a mechanic, or, you know, even if you're a mechanic full-time, this set would be a good set, inexpensive, and, you know, for the money, I don't think you can go wrong. You know, I don't use them enough here in my shop to, you know, pay the high-end prices for them. Some of the stuff I have at work, you know, we abuse and use the tools. We have a program to where they'll replace anything you break, but it cannot be Harbor Freight, or they will do some of the tools that we buy at the box stores and things, but it depends on what it is. If it's a cheaper brand or whatever, what they consider cheap, they will not replace it. Most of the time, when they do replace it, if they can't find it, they'll replace it with equal or, you know, a little bit more money. But that's one thing I like about where I do work. A lot of places, they won't do it, and I know we've got one of the guys that has Snap-on tools, and that's why he opted to have the Snap-on tools. But the other day, one of the guys had broke his wrench, and, you know, there's, for some reason, your dealers and things will not come to industrial shops like ours. I've tried to get a couple of them to do it. One guy at least got back with me and told me, he says, look, there's too much of a turnover rate there, or at a factory. I cannot, you know, keep up with chasing people down. And he said, I just don't want to get it. And at least he was honest about it. You know, he didn't have to tell me that. He could have just said no and go on. And I wished I could have talked with him a little bit more and maybe got him on camera, and I understand these guys are busy. They're out there to make money. When I had my shop, I had one of the Cornwell guys, Scott. He was awesome. I had another guy that was a Snap-on guy. They would come to the shop and I could replace the tools. With this gentleman, they got his tool broke. And what was nice is, you know, the supervisor was standing there when it got broke, so he knew. The parts guy tried to get it replaced. They would not, they could not get anybody to come replace the tool. So the supervisor had him get on the Snap-on website, look what that ratchet cost, and he bought one equal or more value than the ratchet was. And what I thought was fair, he give the guy his Snap-on ratchet back so he could take it to the Snap-on dealer. They didn't have to do that. So he got a double win there, in my opinion. He was just aggravated that the ratchet was broke, and he's been out of I guess the tool truck guy. It's been like 3 or 4 years, and he said, "Well, I got to go hunt him down," and now he was kind of complaining a little bit, which there's not a problem with that, but you got your tool replaced. I would be more than happy if they broke one of my tools and replaced it with equal or same value, and then I got the wrench back, and I can go take that and put it in my arsenal back at the house. But that's just me. Kind of got off track there a little bit. All right, another item that I got, and I've been contemplating and wondering about it, and I may go today and buy another one, and you'll understand what I'm talking about here in a minute. Vim Tools, I don't know if you've heard of them, and the part number is WSC7. The professional wire strippers. I don't know if you've all seen these before. These are, they'll cut, according to this, 12 to 20 gauge wire. It's a 5-in-1 tool. It's alloy steel. I don't know if you can see it, but I ordered them, and y'all know I like green. But I noticed on the website of Harbor Freight, they have the same identical, and I don't know if they're made by the same people or not. I'm not here to discuss, but if I buy the other set, maybe in a video or two. But Harbor Freight has these on their flyer as a new tool, and I'm going to check in the store today, and it was $20. I paid $40 for these, and I know a lot of you, gasp, but I have broke so many of these wire strippers and probably not used them for the right things, or these jaws will lock up, or I'll, there's been a time or two that I've used them for probably what I shouldn't have used them. What I like about these is they're small, and especially around here when I'm using them, I can stick them in my back pocket. They're not bulky. They're so small that they, you forget you got them in your back pocket. I think for $40, it was a good price, because I've paid, $50, $60 for a pair of strippers and not have the quality that these do. And I like that you can crimp and strip, and there's a couple pair of mine that you just the strippers, that's all they are wire strippers. This one, you got the crimper and everything right there, and I could just see where they'll be real handy. Pause you guys for a minute. Okay, on to something else. Sorry, my phone went off for a reason. I don't know why, but the next item that I have is, and I got this off of Amazon, Top Design, and they have a website here I believe you can go to. I don't know that much about them. I bought this. I do have a power probe, one of the first power probes that come out, but it was one of them things, guys. My power probe, it's all right and everything, but having to take it out of the blow molded case and put it in a back, it's just a hassle. I bought this set for a quick set for my trailer lights and that. I have a habit of knocking trailer lights off, but that's another story. But you could go to DIAG, and it's like www.j diagtools.com, and there it is for you guys if you want to pause the video. I don't know a whole lot about them. I just seen it. It was around Christmas time. I seen this was on sale. I think it was through Amazon, I believe. I just grabbed it real quick. Number one, it was green. I'm a sucker for green, guys. But overall, you know, this will do anything I want it to do. You know, trailer lights, I'm wiring up the rat rod, just different things. And I don't have to run that on my power probe. I got the one that it's got a little bit of short, but it's still like 25 foot of cord. I got one of the first ones they had. My wife had bought it for me for Christmas, and it's a nice set, and I've had it for several years. But I just bought this just to be quick and easy. It's got its own little carrying case. I like the way it's packaged, and you know, it's got a little handle on it, so if I go to a buddy's house or whatever, I can grab a hold of it and go over there, help them out. And yeah, that's about all I have for that. The other thing is, I think I got it around the same time, and this little case, you gotta, I marked it top because I've opened it like 3-4 times and it was upside down. But it shows you how to hook everything up for the ones that don't know. And it's just like I used to call them idiot lights. It'll light up. It's pretty self-explanatory. You got everything. You got your red clip. You got all your deals that you could check your terminal pieces. It'll even plug in. Let me get one of these out of here. You can pull it apart. It's got different, you know, you could pull or plug it into whatever. It plugs into the back of your meter here. I don't know if you can see that. I bought this set because it was one of them that, you know, I'm always messing with wiring harnesses and things and what have you, and you can plug it in. I do want to give you a bit of advice. It's got the little really small pin one that's sharp and that. I was working with a friend, and this has been several years ago, and he was using one of these, just going down through, checking, you know, his wires and things. But he did not realize, and I told him after the fact, that he should, he just went back and kind of put tape, or he, one time I seen him take just a little bit of grease and put over it. Don't do that. Get the right stuff. Get the, you know, if you have to use the heat shrink stuff over it or whatever. But every place you put a hole in that wire or whatever is a possibility of corrosion, and you're going to get a short, or if you don't, later on down the road you do get shorts and things and you can't find it. And I had told him that after the fact, and it was kind of funny. He laughed at me and, yeah, okay, whatever. It was funny because he had called me and he says, you know, where we was working on that, he said, I probably should have listened to you. He said, because he said it took a couple years, but you know, he uses his trailer a lot. He was getting water in that, and I guess it was one winter, the salt and that got up in there while it shorted his trailer lights out, and they couldn't find it. So they went ahead and replaced it, and they got to looking, and everywhere that he put or pricked the hole in, you could see corrosion around that harness. And it was funny that he found out after the fact, and you know, it took a couple years, but I'm just trying to save you a butt ache that, you know, if you do that, put some kind of something over it to where, you know, when you put a hole there, make sure you coat it with something or tape it up real good. And I don't think the tape would work. I would rather see you use the cheap coating, and I don't know if I have any of it, but it's like a liquid rubberized coating that you use for, that's what it's for, is wires and things. I would put that on and then I would tape it up. But I just want to share that with you. It's a potential problem when you go doing that. And that's even in your car, inside your car, because your car, you know, it heats up. When it cools down, it draws moisture. You can see it on your windshield and stuff. So you know that your wiring and stuff is going to be more apt to have that. And I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Take with what you want. I'm no electrician or mechanic, wiring. I just, something I thought I would share with you. I think, hopefully I haven't overwhelmed you guys with a lot of that. I had a few more things I wanted to share with you, but I think I'm going to make this video short, sweet, because I'm off today and there's some errands and things, and I have some other things I want to do today. So hopefully you like the icon lights and things. I know I put it out on Instagram, and I put the tool, Aries tool wrenches set out. I do believe it was, I can't remember the price, and I'll probably get chastised for this, but I think that set would be good for a mechanic starting out, or just a regular DIY guy. You know, it's just something I want to kind of wanted to kind of share with you. You know, a lot of times the stuff I do, I pay for all my tools. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody has reached out to me, and I'm still at 980 some subscribers, which I appreciate each and every one of you. And there's a few of you that comment and things, and don't think I don't see the comments and that. And I've been doing this for quite a while, and there's a lot of guys that I know had done it and they've dropped out, or they're doing other things. This isn't my, what do I want to say? This isn't my full-time job. There's guys out there that work their tail off on some of this stuff, and they research and you know, I love to watch the toolbox tours and different things. And you know, some of you think it's easy for us to get on here and talk about it and that, and with me, I don't get all the information, and I know it aggravates some people, but I'm just giving you an overview, what I bought, what I like, and you know, that's the main thing. You know, I'm not out here to impress anybody or do anything special. I just want to share it with you guys, and you know, hopefully you'll run with it. I've been on YouTube for, I think, 4 to 7 years. I don't remember. When I had my shop, it was a lot easier for me to do a video. Now that I work like I work, I don't have a whole lot of time to get out here and do videos, you know, and do my project. And if y'all want to see some of the project, and I thought about making a separate channel just for doing the Rat Rod project, or if you guys would like to see it, I'd like to do more of that. Leave it in the comments down below if you'd like to see that. Leave it in the comments down below, you know, the tools that I use. I have a lot of money invested in different tools, and I'll try different tools, whether it's American made or whatever. I'm not prejudiced, but if it's junk, I'm going to tell you it's junk. And that goes for some of the American stuff. You know, I've broken Craftsman wrenches. I've broken Snap-on wrenches. You know, it's just one of them things that I'm not going to pull any punches if, you know, if I'm doing a review or whatever. If I buy it, it's like the lights. You know, I get a lot of the guys at work were kind of giving me a hard time. You know, well, did you need one of every color? Yeah, I did. That's what I chose to do. You know, Was it a smart thing? Probably not. But I'm at the point in life that, if I can afford it and I want to get every type of snap-on tool there is, I'll do it. Same way with the Icon stuff. If there's lights and things that I want, I'm going to get them. Life's too short to sit and wonder, what if, or coulda, woulda, shoulda. And, I'm hoping to do a video here on the Icon, or excuse me, the US General cabinets, and I'm going to see if they're all fit okay on the Snap-on box. A lot of people have questions about that. I do know the Icon, if I would have had the money, I do know for a fact that the Icon will fit on your Snap-on toolboxes with a hutch and stuff. I've seen it done. It looks awesome. Right now, that's one thing I don't want to spend the money on. If they would run a little bit better, what do I want to say, deals and things, coupons or whatever, I probably would. But, I got 40% off on the US General stuff. I've got a US General roll cart. It's almost identical color to my Snap-on one. It's probably not got the coating like the Snap-on does. Snap-on, I've had this 7 or 8 years. There's only one spot, and it was my fault when I moved it. We put a jack under it, slipped off the jack, and it hit the front of the jack, and it scratched it, and it's rusting. I hate that. I tried touching it up. It was a cheap brand of paint. It's close. It's down at the bottom. I got the locker. It's going to cover it up. No big deal. But it's just one of them things that I get so aggravated with people, that, and this used to be years ago, and I've heard it here recently, well, Harbor Freight has nothing but junk Chinese tools. Well, for the most part, some of them aren't the best, but they'll get you by. For the DIY guy, it'll get you by. For the mechanic and things, and I've got some at work, your Icon ratchets and your wrenches, go that way, spend a little more on them, and spend the money on the Icon stuff. But we've got a gentleman at work, he's got 4 kids. He can't afford to go out, and he's new in the field. He's 20-some years old and already has 4 kids. He can't afford to go out and buy tools, and some of the guys give him a hard time. Oh, you just bought junk, and I don't need your opinion. And if I'm standing there and you say something, I'm going to give you my opinion, what I think of you. Because there's no need for you to chastise somebody that can't afford a specialty wrench or whatever. He's got the wrenches and things that he can afford. He had a tool list. We all helped him, pick the tools. And like I told him when he started out, I said, you don't have to go buy the best. Go get some Icon stuff and that, but just know, with our plant, most of anything from Harbor Freight, it even says on the tool list, will not replace Harbor Freight tools. If you break it, that's on you. I don't understand the difference between that and a box store, because the box stores, some of the stuff they sell are junk. I broke a ratchet one time and had to take it right back to Lowe's. And, I'm not knocking Lowe's, but I've bought ratchets. I bought different things from Home Depot. It's not how much you spend on the tools, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And just be a little bit more thoughtful of that person that's struggling. I know he struggles, and I'm sure he waste money just like the rest of us. But to put somebody down for the tools and things, I don't see it. And I guess I've been there. It's kind of like Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Different people have their different brands. I'm kind of the same way with tools. If they're the right tools and things and you can afford them, get them. If they're not, and you can't afford them, don't go out of the way and break the bank or try to impress anybody. It took me years to get this box. And it was just one of them things. I was lucky I had my business that I could use it as a tax deduction. Did I save a whole lot? No. If I had to do it over and Harbor Freight Icon boxes would have been out around then, I'd have probably spent the money on that. You know, a lot of my money though was to take off of the taxes for, you know, to save a little with my business. Enough said. I got sidetracked. Hopefully you'll like, share, comment. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe. Or if you don't like it, it don't matter, because one way or the other, analytics will know. And hopefully I'll get to 1,000 this year. I keep saying that every year. You know, it'd be nice to have a little something come in to where I could buy tools and things, so I could show you more and give you my opinion of it. I know opinions are, well, we won't go there. But once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a blessed weekend. And, you know, go out there and do something for somebody and make the world a better place. And God bless. Have a blessed day and blessed weekend, and we'll see you in the next video.